This is the dimension of unbelievability. It is an area which we call the Frauditor Zone. In this episode, Dan from the Constitution State gets arrested for breach of the peace and interference, but insists he didn't do nothing. Of course.
Don't let him search you. Tell him to kick rocks.
Hey, we're not talking.
It doesn't matter if you're talking to me. I can say whatever I want over here. Good try, though. I said I can say whatever I want. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I can get involved with whatever I want.
I love the text comments that frauditors put in their videos because it gives me more ways to prove them wrong. Now, I can't speak for the officer, but from what I see so far, his yelling is what's making her say that he's yelling. Also, we can say that him not saying he's yelling doesn't make it true. Sad.
I can do whatever I want on this side. I absolutely can. I can film. I can talk. I can talk.
You can't
I can talk.
We're doing a police investigation.
I can say whatever I want on this sidewalk. I can. You gonna arrest me over it?
You can't get arrested.
Are you gonna? Are you for breach for telling somebody I can't? Did not let you search them?
She acts like it's up to her, because it is up to her, as she is a police officer and has the ability to arrest him and charge him if she believes he broke the law. And then, and only then, is it up to him to fight it in court. But for now, it's only up to her.
Listen,
It's not yelling.
earlier. I was fine with it.
It's okay. It doesn't matter. I can say whatever I want here.
No,
I
you
can tell
can't.
him. I absolutely can. You want to arrest me and we can take it to court and find
cannot
out?
be- you
Do you
can't
want to
be
go to
yelling at
court and find out?
Frauditors think that the First Amendment gives them a right to say whatever they want, whenever they want. But that's just simply not the case. One day, after maybe 100 of them get arrested for the 100th time, maybe it will sink in. Maybe. Probably. Hopefully. Nah, doubtful.
I wasn't yelling at anybody. I said, don't let them search you. That's not yelling at anybody.
Have I ever not been
It's a
cool with
general
filming?
statement. Not really. When you tried to tell me to stop filming in the Jilson because there was kids around. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, when you were filming the kids.
No, I
Yes,
wasn't
that
filming
was
kids.
weird.
I was filming the corrupt police chief that wasn't following the laws driving the road.
And that's
No, the First Amendment only applies when you're not breaking the law. I know frauditors think they're perfect and never break the law, and that the only reason they get arrested is because the entire system is made up of tyrants and meanies that are just out to get them. But maybe if they stop listening to other frauditors with a long list of convictions, they might actually learn something.
why after you explained that to me, we were like, okay, it's fine.
It doesn't. Well, no, it doesn't matter if it's fine or not. You can't stop me. So it doesn't matter if you're okay. Listen, I'm gonna say whatever I want. Hey, don't let him search you. Don't do it. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna do whatever I want.
cannot
And then do whatever you have to do. I'm gonna do what I want and what I can.
Considering that person was a good distance away from him, I don't know how he figured that he wasn't yelling. I also don't know why he thinks that what he says matters right now, because this is not the place or time to argue that. If he continues speaking appropriately for the distance, it's obvious the officer will continue to think that he's yelling. Let's see who wins this one.
I'm not yelling. I'm not yelling.
You are.
No, yelling would be screaming at the top of my lungs.
No, it's
Telling somebody not
We're
to let you
debating
search
it.
them.
Yeah, we're not debating
That's
it.
fine. I'm gonna
telling
do
you
what I
you
want.
can't do
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna do what I want.
If you do it again, we have to arrest you for breach.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay. Don't let him search you, bud. Don't do it.
When you purposely yell to prove that you're not yelling, you deserve whatever happens next, dumbass.
Are you serious, dude?
I'm dead serious. You're gonna find out.
You have anything on you that can stick to fucker?
Do what you gotta do.
No.
I'm not gonna answer any
Put it
questions.
down.
Take it.
I
Do
don't
whatever you
want
gotta do.
your-
Well then,
Alright, we're gonna put it on top of the car.
this is sad.
I really believe him that it's super tight. Frauditors get lightly touched and then scream in pain and call it assault. So apparently they're very brittle and sensitive. They just haven't made handcuffs for snowflakes this flaky yet. Poor, poor fragile frauditor.
I'm not going to answer any questions.
I'm just asking.
I'm not really sure what the frauditor is trying to say here. This must be in some special frauditor's code. I think it's saying that she shouldn't be touching people, that she has no right to touch people. Does he think that she actually wants to touch him? I know I said before that I couldn't speak for the officer, but in this case, I'm fairly confident that I can say for her that the very last thing she wants to do is to have to touch him. As a matter of fact, I sometimes wonder if these frauditors get arrested so often because they know that the more the officers have to touch them, the more chance there is that the officers will quit with post-traumatic stress disorder. However, right now, while he's under arrest, she does have to touch him, and he should enjoy a non-plastic woman touching him for once.
Yeah.
I agree. Why should officers get all the fun of arresting the idiots? Supervisors are people too, and they deserve to be part of the fun as well.
Well, yeah, it seems like it. If you're arresting me for speaking on a public sidewalk, I'd say you have a personal issue with me. I'm not yelling at anybody. I made a statement. Which Somebody with consent?
088-191-75.
And trying to translate again, I think this means this is where the police thought they should shut his camera off. I wonder if frauditors feel like they aren't really living unless they're recording. If they don't like their cameras being shut off, maybe they should stop doing things to get arrested.
I copy your phonetic. Was that the first or the last name?
Trying to shut
Can you
this
go with the
up.
other?
So he called you because I arrested him for breach because he was standing on the sidewalk. Yeah. I'll just put it in the car. Let me put it in the car.
Why they got these cups so tight?
Okay.
What was the complainant on the breach of peace?
So those two individuals right there were involved
Yeah,
in a
but did they
case.
tell you?
I just spoke. Yeah.
They searched him and everything already?
I searched him.
Oh, she.
Yeah. Yep.
So you solicited
I didn't
a
solicit.
breach of peace.
So you're also gonna get charged with interfering. Okay.
How am I interfering?
You were interfering with the other officer's
You
investigation.
understand interfering's physical, right?
No, it's not.
No, they can't do their job with idiots standing 30 feet away yelling to the person they're talking to not let the officer search them when the idiot doesn't have any idea about what's even going on.
No, it's hindering a police investigation. But I gave you the verbal
You'll see
warning.
in court.
That's fine.
You notice I never yelled
Force
again either.
station be 6269 with one starting mileage is going to be 3245.7.
Probably should have waited for me to yell again.
Dan, we're not debating it. I was very cordial with you.
I'm very
Very
cordial with you
cordial.
too.
Can you punch 347, a separate number for the 69, please?
Those people didn't say
Roger.
they were worried about me. They didn't want me breaching peace. But they
You want her? She's taking the actual
So
6-9, or is that just a 13 you want?
You had to go ask them about the breach of peace, right?
She made the 6-9
You're getting arrested for the interfering.
as a result of
and
something
the
that
breach.
happened on the 10,
It is a separate
sorry,
charge,
the
and it's
30
what I
or
Dan,
348.
If you want
Punch for a
if
separate
you
number,
actually
please.
want an explanation,
Understood,
I
thank
will
you.
explain it to you. But if you're gonna argue with me and debate with me, then we're not gonna have a conversation.
What I see.
Okay. I told you.
Nobody
You
said,
can't be
"Hey, this guy's
yelling
breaching
when
my
we're
peace."
doing
Nobody
Dan,
said any of that.
okay,
You
we're not
have
gonna
to
have
go
the
on
Dan. We're not gonna have the conversation if you're just gonna yell
Well,
over me and talk to me like
I'm
that.
not yelling. Again, you keep using
Okay,
the word yell. I
but
never
you're
yell.
not listening to me when you have authentic
Is
questions
why
that you have a
arrested
right
me?
to
So I
know.
didn't listen to you?
No, Dan,
Going off what I see.
that's fine. You're being arrested for interfering with breach.
Now, this is when he first gets released, and the first thing he does is turn his phone on. This is so pathetic that it's just so funny.
Oh, you saved the coffee. I was wondering about that. It was brand new. I appreciate that.
You got it. That's all.
Yeah, it should be. So, thank you. Thank you.
Sorry.
That's how you get arrested in Willimantic, Connecticut, guys. I'm gonna shut this off, smoke a cigarette real quick, and then I gotta go in.
After the arrest, he goes on a live feed to whine to his viewers and get confirmation from them of how horrible the tyrants are. Here's a short clip of it.
I got arrested yesterday in Willimantic for telling somebody not to allow the cops to go search them. I walked up, the cops were rumbling through their pockets, and I said, "Hey, don't let them search you." And the cop, Karen, went crazy now. But yeah, man, I walked up, I said, "Hey, man, don't let them go through your pockets. Tell them to kick rocks." And the lady tyrant went nuts. She came over, she told me I could film, but I can't talk on the public sidewalk. She truly came over and she said, "You can't do that." And I wasn't in the greatest mood. I probably should have been in a better mood, but I wasn't feeling it. I'm like, "No, dude, I could definitely say it." I said it again. She challenged me and said, "Say it again and you're getting arrested. You guys already know what I did." I said it again and she arrested me. And then she said, "Is there a personal problem?" I said, "I would say there's a personal problem, dude, because the breach of peace statute for Connecticut is at the beginning of the video. Look at that statute. There's nothing in there that I did." She literally told me, "You can't talk."
First of all, she said he can't yell, not talk. What a classic frauditor twist. Secondly, let's look at the breach of peace statute. I'm really not going to analyze it because it doesn't really matter whether I think he's guilty of it or not. If he's so confident that he didn't break this law, then he can fight it in court. That's one of the many reasons I dislike frauditors. They try to fight their court case before even getting arrested, and in many cases, it ends up to be what leads them to get arrested. Whether they like the system or not, arguing it the way they do is not going to do a single thing to change it or prove their innocence. All he did was take that officer away from her investigation and cause more problems for both of them. I think we've heard enough. The rest of the live feed was more of the same boo-hoo-hooing. I didn't do nothing wrong. Cops are tyrants. They don't know the law. Blah, blah, blah. It's nothing new. For this Frauditor Fatigue cooldown segment, it was requested that I do quokkas again, and they are so adorable that I had to oblige. Enjoy the adorable quokkas. And I hope I'm pronouncing their name correctly.
Zone.